Well, friends, welcome back. Um, I have a super fun project for your art journal today. I feel like it's a little fluffy for me, but I kind of like it. It's got lots and lots of layers and color and texture, and it's going to be in two parts. So stick with it, and I'm going to show you how to make this. It'll be fun. Okay, so for the first part, what I did here is I just took a piece of scrapbook paper. I'll link the paper that I have. And back a couple videos ago, I showed you how to make your own painted ephemera and paper. And that is also what I have used. I am pushing myself into some different colors this year, but I wanted to show you some different color combinations using the paper from this pack. So they have some pretty gorgeous prints. And one of the painted papers I used with coffee has some pink. And you could pair it with a really gorgeous brown like that. And the reason I put the paper behind the tissue to make this little pocket is number one, it strengthens the tissue paper, and number two, it just adds a line of delineation from this, because otherwise it would just kind of fade into the paper. So this is one you can try. This is the paper that I have in the journal, and this is the tissue that I have. So I have it here with some pink. You can try that, and it's just a tiny bit at the top. Or I kind of like this mossy green. Oh my gosh, could not even tell you how long I've had this paper. But this, I think I'm going to try as I show you guys. Okay, so the other one I have, one of the papers I did came out fun, a little purpley, kind of some gold in there. And there is a gray, kind of bluish gray floral print in this pack, and it has little tiny bits of brown in it. And I found this. Tell me, why do we keep stuff like this? I have had this in my box for years, and I'm finally going to use it just because this brown picks up this little brown inside that flower. So I thought it would be cool to use it like this as another pocket. So it could look like that in your journal. All right, here we go. Let's start with this one. So making a pocket in your book is fairly easy. I'm just going to take a ruler here and tear this. Now, if you're using scraps, you don't have to cover the whole page with your background paper, because 3/4 of it is going to be this. So if you only have a little bit of paper, like this one, this background only comes down to here. That's fine. But just for the sake of coverage, I'm gonna just do it like this. And I'm gonna take my handy dandy art glitter glue and put a little bead of glue down. I transfer the glue into these little bottles for classes. Man, it tends to bottleneck all the time and dry up in that little tip. Okay, so that's your background. I really like this green paper. And do you love when something works like this? This is the perfect size paper. Okay, this might be a little wonky, but I could make it shorter, right? But I kind of like it like this because I like the size. So I'm going to, oh, this works out well. Little double-sided fun. So I'm going to take my tissue paper that I have painted, and I like the top up here, so I think I'll cut it a little bit even. But if you know me, I don't cut evenly, so that's kind of a joke. And I'm just going to leave that little strip. And like I said, this will definitely help to keep this tissue paper sturdy, so you can use this as a pocket. So first I'm going to glue the tissue onto this green and leave a little tiny strip of green that you can see. Now for a pocket, let's do this. Let's trim this a little bit. All you need to do let's get it a little straight. Okay. Glue down all those little pieces. You're going to glue the left side, the bottom, and the right side close to that edge. Okay, so that's going to stick, and now you will have a little pocket that you can put things in. Pretty cool, huh? All right, now here comes the fun part. I started making these the other day, and I kind of can't stop because they are so fun. So I'm going to show you how to do these. Ready? Paper clip. Going to use a regular one. You'll need a piece of paper. I have used several different things for the base of this. I have some old ledger paper that I printed out on cardstock. I got this off an Etsy shop, so that's a fun base. I also got these tags off of an Etsy shop. I will link both of these different Etsy shops for you in the description. And I think for this one, I'm going to just use this little guy for the base. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut this out around the edges. Okay, so that's going to be my start. Now I would like it to be a little bit longer. So I'm going to take this snippet that I show you how to do in my other video. I'm going to make it about the same width. So I'm going to trim it. Then what I'm going to do is just glue it to the top like this. Okay, so now I've doubled this in size, in length. Oh, you could do that too. Look, that's kind of cool too, but we're going to do this. You're going to take your paper clip. The top one is going to top one. The one you want on top is the outside clip, and you're going to tuck your paper in here like so and fold it. So I folded it and glue it down. So now you have your working paper clip. So you can go through and collage all these fun things. I put some ribbon on here. This one's kind of tiny. I have this little butterfly that I made. I might put on here. But the one thing I think that is super fun is, all right, what you're going to use is thread. I'm not a big sewer, but I do have material hanging around, and I like to take this frayed edge and take the strings off. If you are a sewer, save all those little scraps that you cut at the end of all your seams. I know. We all need one more thing to save, don't we? That's okay. It's fun. And you're in good company. All right, so I'm going to take some of these. I'm going to take some plain white threads off of this fabric that I have. Oh yeah, that's a good bunch, what do you think? And then I do have some cool thread. A very sweet friend of mine gave me all her extra thread. Where is this gonna start? Can you tell I'm not a sewer? Because I have no idea how to start this thread. So I'm just gonna do this. I know, big shock, big gasp. Everybody's gonna freak out. That's gonna catch me at some point, won't it? Oh well. All right, so I'm gonna cut all that off. Now, I'm going to just mush it all up together like this. Looks kind of like a mess, doesn't it? It's not. Next, you need a piece of parchment paper. And my sweet friend who gave me all the thread, I have this cool stuff called fusible webbing. I have it in white, but I really like the gold. So let's try the gold. And what I'm going to do is take a little poof of that, tuck it all back in. I'm going to lay the thread on top of this webbing and put it in between parchment paper. Take my iron that is on hot. I'm going to run it over the top piece of parchment paper. And what it does is it heats up this webbing and it makes the thread adhere to it. But you also get this gorgeous gold gossamer look to it. How fun is that? It's very fun and it's addicting, I gotta say. All right, so let's finish up this cute little tag. So I'm going to I think I'm going to arrange it like that. I have some leftover ribbon that I can tie onto here, just a little piece to kind of catch that pink in there. I thought green would have been really pretty too. Do that, trim it. Then I think I'll add my butterfly. Let's see. Down here. I'll add my fluff. And I also have these little quotes. Some of them, you know, that's okay. Flossom, not really sure what that is. Ooze to shine. Okay, I'm going to do this one. So now, it's not sticking very well. I'll just add a little glue. So now you take this fun pocket. All right, so now that I have that all put together, I made sure this paper, this was kind of in the front here, so I moved it back. And then that way you can put your paper clip there, and then you will have room for things in here. Now, if you do one that does not have a delineated direction, kind of like this one, you can also turn it the other direction and use it like that. Don't forget, as always, like and subscribe, because then you'll know when my next videos come up and we'll get together and make another mess and have more fun.